used to transform the music industry. End of story, end of lesson, end of challenge. New topic. New topic, it's about success. Why was MySQL AB successful? What made up the success of MySQL? And I was interviewed both by a local press newspaper and a local radio before, and and I think there, to a certain degree, is an overbelief in one particular success being able to explain the generic rules of success. I do not think that MySQL is a role model for just anything, but there are some lessons to be learned, and those are the ones that I've learned from it are the ones that I'm going into here. So, in the very specific case of the company behind MySQL, I see 3 prerequisites for it getting going. And prerequisites means things starting before MySQL got venture capitalist financing. So this is end of last century stuff. The first prerequisite is that the product meets a particular need of a large enough community and that it scratches the own itch of the developers.
Meaning that the guys who created MySQL were users of databases. They didn't create the database because they thought databases were a cool thing in general, but because they had applications that used the database that were too slow or too complicated to use. And they thought this can be done more easily. So they did it to solve their own problem.
That is a very good starting point for open source. What is called as scratching your own itch. The second one, time to listen to users. Well, if you're just scratching your own itch but don't mind the itches of others, it's unlikely that the number of users that you will have is going to be all that big. Now, they spent lots of time listening to what others other users of the database wanted. As an example, the limit statement and PHP. And then fixing stuff. So even if it was great for their own use, it was fast and it never crashed, well, if you use it in a slightly different way, on a slightly different computer, with a slightly different amount of memory and a different hard disk drive, guess what? It might uncover bugs that were always there, but were never surfacing in your own use. If you don't care about those, you will not get users. So hating bugs was a prerequisite to MySQL's success. Then if